the devs, I guess, didn't realize that if you reset while you have the grappler attached, it actually doesn't delete the grappler, so it'll actually teleport you to where the grappler is. You can also see that I look like a creeper when I crouch in third person. If I were to do this glitch, well, 1 billion units away. Now, my arms may have disappeared. So we're going quite fast, some would say. And those up there, those are my arms. My arms are, I don't even know what to call it, but yeah, they're about to show up behind me. When I ADS, they go forward. Now this is what Krunker is all about. So apparently the devs use my channel as a place to find bugs to fix. So here are a few more bugs. The first ones, please fix. I really need them to be fixed. So yeah, enjoy. Here's some more bugs that'll probably get patched in the next update. So here I am in a custom map I'm making for the game making competition. And as you can see, we've got some AI here. It's a bit of a leak, but it doesn't really matter. It's coming out soon. And we've got this shield selected right here. And I'm just going to show off a few things that are broken. I did submit this stuff as bugs, but I don't know if it'll get fixed. So we've got spin, -5. You can see set spin. It's obviously spinning. And you can also see the hitbox here. I've got the hitbox set. I'm just going to put that at 1, which means that these outlines that you see here are the size of the hitbox. So let's go into the game and see how broken these two things are. So here I am in game on the map. More leaks, yeah. Pretty fancy. There should be an ocean there, but it lags like crazy in the editor, so it's not there right now. So I'm just gonna wait for these things to kill each other, and then I'll show you what's wrong with that shield thing right there. I'll try and take out some of these. Okay, so we've got the shield here, and as you can see, it is not spinning, which is very annoying. And also, it's not taking damage. Only when I shoot it right at the center does it actually take damage, which really sucks that the hitboxes just don't work. So yeah, please, techie, fix this. I need this fixed before the end of the map making competition. But anyways, now let's get on to the glitches that actually matter for you people, and not some weird editor bug. So when I say you people, what that really means is people with really high FPS. Now, to quote Techie here, 90% of the laughable issues with ramps got left in for parkour players that bitched about us potentially patching it. To be honest, this is actually 100% true, as people will complain their ass off when someone else has an advantage, but once they have an advantage, well, it's totally normal, and it would really disrupt everything for it to be patched. So let's show some of these laughable issues with ramps and just some other high FPS bugs. So here we are on slide Moonlight, which is kind of the perfect place to show off some of these bugs because of the ramps that are everywhere. So on this big ramp, we have got our first bug, which you've definitely heard of, or I hope you've heard of, which is a ramp boost. Now, what is a ramp boost? It's just when you jump a lot when you're on a ramp, which makes you slide hop or just jump many times a second, and that speed compounds and makes you go very fast. So this is kind of unknown, but ramp boosting was actually patched in a way. Not really, because how the patch worked was it just nerfed scrolling keybinds. So this scroll, it doesn't actually take every single input you do and put it into Krunker. It only takes some of them. So that makes it so that you can't jump as many times in a second, and more or less nerfs scroll jumping and nerfs ramp boosting. So how do movement players get around this? Well, they use an external program called Xmouse. Sometimes other programs are used, but that's like the main one. And basically what it does is it lets them jump as for every single scroll they do. It doesn't limit them like normal Krunker does, and that lets them do ramp boosts like you used to be able to. Is this totally TOS friendly? Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I've heard that it is fine as long as you don't use it in pubs, but to be honest, do you actually think anyone turns it off in pubs? Not really. If you've watched the world record of Slide Moonlight before, or one of the most recent ones, you might have seen that the ramp boost on here is absolutely massive. Now, I'm not using auto jump right now, so I can't recreate it exactly, but Scuff does a huge ramp boost here. But actually, on his FPS, that is not possible using the normal Krunker keybinds, so he actually used an external program. Now, I am not saying that movement players are cheaters, I'm just saying that this is how they do it. So if you didn't know, now you know. So our next high FPS bug is the head trap glitch, actually requested by Scuff himself in the comments. And basically what it is when you have a ceiling that is exactly the same height as the player, you actually can't walk into it, but if you crouch, then you can go to it. And when you jump, you don't actually jump because you're the same exact height as the ceiling. So you can hear the sound right now, and that's the sound of auto jump combined with a head trap glitch. So here I am on this little head trap glitch. There's much bigger ones that can be made, of course, but a tiny little one that can be used to complete this level faster. Now, normally you'd have to do all that stuff, but with head trap glitch, which, by the way, you cannot really do this with a scroll. You need auto jump because you just need that many inputs because it's not very strong, because you're not slide hopping here. You're not slide hopping on every input. You're just jumping on every input, which gives you a very slight forward momentum. So when you go here, you can actually gain speed, just like this, to complete the level very easily. So yeah, that is the head trap glitch, and let's move on to the next one. So here I am on a tiny little map I made in 1 second to show off some other weird things with ramps. So this isn't really a glitch, I think it's actually an intended feature, and that if you go into the bottom of a ramp, it'll just teleport you to the top. This is probably a good thing, as it probably prevents you from clipping into a ramp, so it's not really a glitch, it's just a weird thing. Next thing is, if you stand on the very top of a ramp, it makes a god-awful sound. There we go. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I'm really not sure what that's all about. And then this glitch, if you go to the top of a ramp, you can just walk down into a block that is next to it. There we go. Now we are inside of a block. So those are all the glitches I am going to be covering. Obviously, this video was just made to talk about those first 2 glitches, because I desperately need those to be patched. So yeah, if you learned something new, subscribe. I know you did. If you claim you didn't, then you're a fraud. And have a good one.